here we go. I know it's hot in here. It's freezing across the hall and hot in here.
No, it is pretty hot.
You know what? If I could control it, I would, but I can't. It's 20 degrees cooler across the hall. I don't understand it.
Wow.
Seems like that should be figured out too. But it should work. All right, additive inverse. Here we go. Number 5. Now, I think B is easier. So let's just look at 16. Anybody have any idea what the additive inverse of 16 is, or what we mean by additive inverse?
X plus, no, whatever I don't remember.
You're thinking of a property, and that's good, but don't make it harder than it is. The additive inverse is the opposite. So if you want to just think of the additive inverse as the opposite, then it's easy. The opposite of 16 is negative 16.
So for A would be algebra plus 5.
It actually, I didn't quite hear all of that. It would be this.
Okay.
It would be this. So it's the opposite of the whole thing. So the additive inverse, the opposite of the original problem is 3 minus pi. That would be the additive inverse. So make a little note. Additive inverse equals opposite. That's the math word is additive inverse. What it means is opposite. Okay, distributive property. We've all done this before, lots and lots of times. So tell me what this is going to be if I use my distributive property.
12x to the second power plus 6xy.
Perfect. Did everybody catch that x squared there? We are multiplying an x times an x, so that becomes an x squared. Beautiful. Some of you might do this, and that's fine. That's what the distributive property means, right? Whatever's out in front get times by both of those other things. Now, B looks different. What am I supposed to do with B?
Oh, you're supposed to divide from it, like a certain.
We call it factoring. We're supposed to factor out whatever we can. So what can I factor out of this?
X.
An x. Actually, let me do it over here. And that would leave me with 5x minus 8y.
Yes.
Now, that may not be the way you're used to looking at distributive, but would you agree that if I checked this, that would be what you're used to thinking of as distributive, and it would give me back the original problem? So distributive goes both ways. If you already have a parentheses, then multiply through it. If you don't have a parentheses, then factor out to get a parentheses. All right? Try B, or C, C. Try C. Tell me what happens with C. All right, somebody gonna volunteer, or am I just gonna pick a random name here?
A to the second power.
Are you the leprechaun?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, good, okay.
A to the second power z, and then in parentheses, a plus z to the fourth power.
All right, let's double check what she said. I just wrote down what she said. Do you think she's right? She said I can take out 2 a's, a squared, and I can take out a z. Perfect. I think that's right. Joshua, what do you think?
Oh yeah, it sounds
Think
right.
she's right? Okay. All right, how about you? Do D on your own. Tell me what you come up with. Let's just pick a name here. Owen.
I got 10x to the third minus 6x squared y.
Alright, I just wrote down what Owen said. Do we trust Owen? Do we agree with Owen? Does that look good?
Yes.
Everybody got your powers right on everything? Beautiful. Alright. E, here we go, do it. Go ahead and do F while you're at it. We'll just finish up this section. They're both distributive, but they're different kinds of distributive. What do you think, Tyron? Oh, don't give me that. Either one. What do you think about either one? Can you do either one? And that's your distributing. So
Oh,
What do
I
you
can do the
think?
bottom one.
bottom one. All right. What are you gonna say for the bottom one?
I would say negative 6x plus,
Was that a plus?
no, it was a minus.
Mine? I don't know.
21y.
Okay. So you want minus there?
No, so I want it to be a plus.
Must be a plus. All right. What do we think? Yeah, you know how to do that. And that whole thing right there is a huge mistake kids make over and adults make over and over again. Remember when you're distributing, the negative gets distributed also, so that's gonna be a plus 21y. And it's easy when we're talking about it, but you gotta remember that when you're doing it yourself. How about this one? Anybody figure this out?
Yeah, 32A 1B,
Okay, so tell me again what's right.
5, parentheses 32A, minus 1B.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Now,
hope.
Jose, I want you to distribute that back. So what's 5 times 32? Is that 160?
I hope.
Yeah, okay, I think you're good there. What's 5 times B though?
Oh, it was 32 then. Nah, it ain't look right first. That's why I said 1.
Well, okay, so what's 5 times 1B?
5, but that's not right.
That's not right. So, what we just figured out is, first of all, we thought Jose was perfect, he's not. Close. And we can check our answers, right? We can check. And he checked and said, whoop, that's not right. So what does that mean? We try something new. Now, you actually, Jose, have done the hard work of the problem. You have figured out that 5 times 32 is 160. So instead of pulling out the 5, because 5 doesn't go into 32, what if we pulled out the 32?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. So if we pull out the 32, did you take out any letters or just the 32? Just the 32.
Yeah, just 32.
And then we'll have our 5A, because 5 times 32 is 160. And then we have our 1B. So I think you had it right up here, and I think you wrote it down wrong, because you were doing the same thing. Perfect. All right, everybody good with that? You gotta be careful with this one. I thought somebody might say something like this. Now, that is absolutely true, but what's wrong with it? It breaks down more. We didn't take everything out. So you need to make sure you're taking out, like he did, he took out the biggest possible thing. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, part 7. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about exponents. So tell me what goes through your mind when you look at the first problem there, and it says simplify this. What are you thinking about? You don't have to think fancy thoughts. What do you think the answer is?
1 negative, x to the first power.
X to the first power?
Over y
to the first.
Now, perfect, beautiful, that is the answer. Now, I don't know what you were thinking about, you know, what was going through your head when you were working that through. What I'd like all of you to think about for a minute is, clearly these are like terms, right? And how many X's are on top? How many are on the bottom? Who has more? The top, how many more? One. So on the top I have X to the first, the extra X. Now, look at your Y's. 4 on top, 5 on the bottom. Who's bigger? The bottom, so the extra 1 is now gonna be on the bottom.
Can you just put X or Y? You don't have to put.
Oh yeah, totally, yes. I said, I just wrote down what he said. Yeah, we don't need the ones at all. Everybody okay with that one? All right, so here's where things get crazy and wacky. What about this? This is a much more complicated problem. Do you have an idea? Okay,
So you like plug in a -2 for the 3, and then you plug in a -2 for the x at the bottom for x.
okay, so I think what you're saying is that you're gonna put that -2 exponent on everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes we call that distributing the exponent. That's really bad language to use, but it's what we're doing, so we call it that. Okay, that's perfectly legal. It's accurate, but you're not done.
Yeah.
This is a bigger mess than we started with, so where do I go from here if I choose to do
Make
that?
the exponents equal, I mean positive.
How do I make the exponents positive?
You could put most in.
Ah, you move them in the fraction, that's right. So, this guy is gonna come to the bottom. And when you move the term, the exponent becomes positive. And then these are gonna go to the top. Is there anything else we can do with that problem? Or what? 3 squared is? 9. Very nicely done, folks. Now, I want you to think about something. First of all, how many of you remember that whole negative exponent thing? Yeah, good. I want you to think about something though for a second. He was exactly right when he said this -2 goes with all of this. Could I maybe have skipped that step
Yeah.
and said, since this fraction has a negative exponent, isn't that going to flip the whole fraction and make the exponent positive then?
Yes.
Now, if this makes sense to you, then that's what I want you to do. But I also want you to know, think about, that if a fraction has a negative exponent, the fraction flips. That's what a negative exponent does to a fraction, just flips it over. So you could go straight to here and get x squared, y squared over 9. Same answer. Nice work, nice work. All right, since we're on a roll, see what you can do with C. I'm gonna give you a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna have somebody come up, and somebody who thinks you got this figured out, and we'll do problem C. And in this class, you never have to come to the board by yourself. You can always bring a friend if you wish. So if you don't feel confident in your answer, maybe you and your partner can figure it out. Mhm. Let's show all your work. I think that takes a couple steps, maybe.
Okay.
At least it would take me a couple steps. Has anyone been outside? What's the temperature outside? Hot, cold, what?
Yeah, it's not super hot.
All right, maybe I'll open the
Probably
window.
humid.
I don't know if this will help or hurt, but we'll try it and see what happens.
I thought we did 1 or 4.
Would you?
Oh, she said C, I did D.
That's right, we're gonna do that one too.
Bro, I did. Bro, but see, if it was a Saturday, that would have been cool.
Definitely was trying
Bro, I was
As you are
like 2 in the morning.
comparing your work to his, remember, the steps might be different. So the first thing I want you to do is, did you get the same answer he got? If you did, then you're, I don't know if he's wrong, but then you don't need to worry about the work. But, because there's different steps that you can do on this problem. He's got done.
Hey, where is she at? My door? What you Nah, but
Mama doing what?
Alright, let's take a look at this, guys. Raise your hand, I don't know what the answer is, that wasn't a problem. Raise your hand if you got the same thing you got. Oh, you got quite a few that got that answer. Okay. This is his final answer right here.
I did the first step, right? Me too.
Now, let's check it and see how he did. I am a PEMDAS freak, so
Me too.
when I see parentheses and exponents and stuff, I start thinking about doing those things. So the very first, he did the same thing. He said this is 4 squared and x squared, which is x to the 4th, because we times the double exponent. And then I'll write the 5th 4x squared. Now,
He's him.
did anybody forget to turn this into a 16? That's a very common mistake. If it's in the parentheses, it gets the exponent. So 4 to the 2nd. So now he's here. So he said, okay, I have 4 x's on top of 2 x's. That's gonna leave me with 2 x's on the top. Then he said, 4 goes into 16 4 times. And that's how he got that answer right there. Now, if you leave the 1, I'm not gonna quibble with you about that. Big kids don't, I'm just telling you, we don't leave that 1, but if you do, it's fine. You're not gonna lose credit if you leave it. Okay, everybody good with that one? All right, who said you did D already? You do it already?
Yeah.
Bring it on up, let's see it. You guys that haven't done D yet, go ahead and do it, and then we're gonna compare to Jose's. Show your steps, please, whatever steps you had.
No. If it's 17, you need that.
What's so wrong? What's my doing?
It's so good looking. So everybody was like doing it with me. I just had to look over to somebody's leg. It was in the middle of everybody. Mine was like, oh, she was like,
Oh, bro, she kept grabbing me,
she wanted to talk to me.
bro, niggas.
All right. His answer, I'll write it a little bit bigger. Some of you may not be able to see it in the back. His answer is y squared over x squared z to the 4th. That is his answer. So, comments, questions, issues? Yes, ma'am. Now, wait. Have we agreed this is the answer?
No.
No, I guess we have
No.
that started.
So what did you do, what did you get?
X, 3, Y.
X, I couldn't hear you.
X to the third, y to the third over z to the fifth.
Okay, those are considerably different from each other. All right, anybody have any other thing?
I
What do you have?
Y to the square over X to the 6 and Z to the 6.
You have y squared over x 6 z 6.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
I got
He
the-
may be right.
I got the same thing as him, except the Z was a to the fifth.
So we have y squared over x 6 z 6.
Oh, that's the Z. Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, he's right, he's right, he's right.
Yeah, he's right. I didn't see that Z.
Didn't see the z.
I caught my mistake.
Alright, here we go. Let's talk about this, making sure that everybody is keeping track of what's going on. I hope that we don't take too many shortcuts, because shortcuts, sometimes cause us confusion. So I love what Jose did. I don't know why you didn't do it with your X's, but I love what you did with your other letters. You moved them. You said, I can't deal with all this negativity, so I'm gonna move things. So this x squared is actually gonna come to the bottom. The y cubed is gonna come to the bottom. And the y to the fifth is gonna go to the top. So would everybody agree that this, and this are moving?
Yes.
And the other things are staying right where they are. All right? So now, I want you to look at something here, guys. See these two X's? They are not on top of each other. They are next to each other. So they don't cancel. You have 4 X's, and now you got 2 more X's. So what do you got? 6 X's. That's exactly right. It's like going back to the original fraction. It's like having 4 friends in the basement and bringing down 2 more. Now you got 6 of them in the basement. Okay, now these guys are on top of each other, so they are gonna cancel. Right, I have 5 on top, 3 on the bottom, so I have 2 extras on the top. What's the exponent on this z? 1. So you have 1 z on the top, 6 z's on the bottom, which
I
means
miswrote
you
that
have
on
an
the board.
extra 5 on the bottom. Now, is that what you got? Is this what you got? Yeah. Okay, well, did you follow what we were just talking about then?
Yeah, I made up numbers in my head and
Okay, a lot of people got a little confused on that. Obviously, they had a bunch of different answers going on, so. All right, you good? That one?
Huh?
All right, E is much easier. Let's get E done.
Oh, you.
Come on, we might finish these last 2 and then we'll be done, but let's get E done.
No, what are you talking about?
Let's see. Miss Usher, what did you get for E?
Oh, I have nothing. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I'm not gonna let you get away with that, Angel. We're gonna figure this out together, so here's the problem. It's a
Okay, what I have,
fraction.
I have x over 6 first. That goes
X to the 6th,
Yes.
and what's that gonna be over?
9? No. 3.
27?
27,
Oh.
because 3 to the 3rd, right, which
Oh,
means
yeah,
3
yeah.
times 3 times 3. Perfect.
Perfect
Hi.
trade.
And then I wrote 9. How did she get the 6?
She multiplied the.
Multiplied them. X squared 3 times. So x squared is x to the 6th. Perfect. All right, and then let's see, who can we pick on here? Who have we not picked on? Yeah. Let's see. Where's Kaylee? Oh, you already shared. So you want to share again or?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Okay, you're doing great. You're doing great. Titus, my friend
Never
from
back down.
my core friend, Titus.
Never give up.
All right, what do you think about this one, Titus? This is gonna be our last problem of the day. What do you think?
Would you have to move the 4 on the bottom since it'd be negative?
4. Oh, okay, my fault, gang.
It's the 2 times 6.
Oh, okay, so there's a squaring going on for sure, that's gonna become a 4, and the exponent's negative. So what does a negative exponent do to a fraction? It flips it. So you're right, Titus, it's going to the bottom, but the x is going to the top, because that negative is flipping the fraction, and now it's gonna be to the positive second. And now you can square everything, so you get your 4 on the bottom, because that is a 2 squared. And then on the top, we're gonna have x squared. Perfect. All right, we're gonna stop there, we'll pick up there next time.
Next time.
And, you can safely count on this homework being due Monday. No, do Tuesday.
No, I see him earlier.
Hey,
Hey, part 2. Oh, homecoming.